Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Lexi Goza, and let's queer up lesbians and queer women. Lesbian Congresswoman Angie Craig enters Senate race to fight for LGBTQ plus rights. U.S. Representative Angie Craig has officially launched her bid for the U.S. Senate, making national headlines and energizing LGBTQ voters across the country. Craig, the first out LGBTQ person elected to Congress from Minnesota, announced her candidacy Tuesday with a fiery campaign video released on President Trump's 100th day back in office. Craig says, quote, "There's chaos and corruption coming out of Washington, crashing down on all of us every day. And damn if we don't have a fight going on right now," end quote. She didn't hold back, accusing former President Trump of trampling queer rights and freedoms as he profits, while calling Elon Musk someone who wants to, quote, "burn the government to the ground," and blaming a, quote, "cowardly Republican Party," end quote, for enabling it all. Craig's campaign quickly received a boost from Equality PAC, the national group focused on electing queer lawmakers. The Equality PAC endorsement states that, quote, "Angie Craig is a proven fighter, and we are confident she will bring that same grit and a commitment to the U.S. Senate on behalf of all Minnesotans." The 53-year-old lesbian congresswoman flipped a competitive suburban-rural district in 2018 and has won re-election in tough races since. While known as a centrist in the House, her Senate run signals a shift to a more progressive tone, though she remains a consistent voice for LGBTQ rights. Craig, who's raised 4 sons and 2 grandsons with her wife, Cheryl Greene, told The Advocate last year, quote, "We're no different from anyone else. I keep trying by example," end quote. If elected, Craig would make history as only the second out lesbian ever elected to the U.S. Senate. So I love that I got this story because I'm from Minnesota, and you only hear my accent when I say Minnesota.
I wonder why you did such a good job on that.
And I love seeing this. So I grew up there. I lived in the suburbs. It was very, very conservative. I didn't see lesbians until I was 26 years old. So I like to tell people that when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, nobody told me that was an option. And then I very quickly came out of the closet after that. So I'm so happy to see that this is coming out of my home state. And I am so proud of Angie Craig for the work that she's done and will continue to do.
Yes, I have one question, and this is pointed at Gil because he's a political junkie. Who's the first lesbian?
Tammy Baldwin from the neighboring state of Wisconsin.
Yes.
And 2026 is shaping up to be a good year for queer political candidates. With Jean Shaheen retiring in New Hampshire, you have Chris Pappas who's running for that Senate seat, Angie Craig. You are beginning to see, I think you're going to see a monumental moment for LGBTQ candidates, especially in the, times that we're at.
You know, there was also another queer woman in the U.S. Senate, and I think Angie Craig reminds me the most of her. People don't know that Christian Sinema was openly bisexual.
Oh,
and this,
yes.
Yeah, Angie, she strikes me as another Christian Sinema, quite frankly. She is most known for not supporting Medicare for all. And I think the Democratic Party has a huge problem of people being conservative and then magically becoming progressive when they run for Senate, only to then show us that they were just conning us the whole time. We just got John Fetterman in. Do we need another John Fetterman in the Senate?
No.
Like
Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm looking at this candidate about, and I'm like, yay, we have a rainbow coalition of corporate Democrats now.
Yeah, great. So no, we need the party that grows on balls, really, literally. We need someone who can just stand up and fight this. Not just, oh, please don't hurt me. No, that time has sailed.
Please don't hurt me is exactly what some of them seem to be saying.
They are literally trying to dismantle the government right in front of our very own eyes. So, yeah,
Yeah, people aren't willing to take risks. Okay, we won't go there.
Yeah.
That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing.